Woo!
What's up, everybody? This is the D&B Yu-Gi-Oh show where we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Yu-Gi-Oh accessories. I'm your host, Dylan, and I'm being co-hosted with Bader. Bader, say what's up.
What's up? What's up?
So, how are you tonight?
I am good. We just got done with a interesting game of chess.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm great.
I am doing pretty well myself. I'm pretty happy to talk about what we're going to talk about tonight. Of course, it's going to be locals. I've got quite a bit to talk about for locals, so we'll get through all of that. And then we're going to be talking about the new set because people are pulling some of the new cards and we're getting more of a full out set list. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. So, to start things off, I think I'm going to talk about GOAT format because that was what happened first in the week. And I only have a few things to say about it because you didn't go. So, yeah, GOAT format. It happened. It was cool. I played Bazoo Return, which is a deck that uses the banish pile. You banish cards from your graveyard to make your dude gain attack, and then you use a trap card to summon cards from your banish pile. So that's right up my alley. What I want to be doing, I play a Grand Maju in the deck because it's kind of the best deck you can play Grand Maju in. I won 3 out of 4 games. And I got to do the Bazoo thing where I summoned 2 or 3 of them off of a return and then banished a bunch of cards from my graveyard, made them both like big attack, and then he just didn't have any monsters and I just ran into him for big damage. I was also at I want to say 100 life, so I was really close to dying. Maybe not exactly 100, but really close. So
Yeah.
I had one really good game, which I was super happy with, and then I lost to a a DMOC, Gate Fusion.
Reasoning game.
Reasoning Gate deck. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and it's just kind of there's nothing I could have done to play that better, and it's just he just hits off Reasoning, he hits off Monster Gate really well. Yep, lost that one. So that's GOAT format. That's GOAT format for you, and sometimes they're just matchups you can do nothing about, and sometimes your opponent opens really well. Yeah. So moving on, our Saturday event was Common Charity. Bader, you played in Common Charity. So what did you play?
I did, and I was advocating for this for months, and it got put on the day that I judge usually, so I had to ask one of our buddies to judge for me, which kind of broke my heart, but I was happy I got to play. I played 6 Samurai. With the last OTS pack, Legendary 6 Samurai Shion came as a common, and so did Smoke Signal. And for those who may or may not know, a bunch of the other 6 Samurais, like Kizan, Shion's Dojo, Red and Blue being Mizuho and Shinai, they're all commons. Grandmaster, Gateway is a common. Obviously, you got your upstart commons. So the deck could be super hyper consistent. The new 6 Samurai cards that were common from Rage of the Abyss, super strong cards. I won one match.
Oof.
I put in an order in TCG Player for I don't know 20 something cards, and I put that in 2 weeks ago, and it just never showed up. So fortunately, I was able to get most of those cards from one of our buddies, but I was playing with 2 Kizan instead of 3, 2 Dojos instead of 3. I think that was pretty much it, and then my extra deck was just kind of whack. But it was so fun. I got slapped left and right, and I knew I was going to. I knew I wasn't going to win. The Link monster doesn't come as a common, and neither does the newest 6 Samurai Synchro, so I figured I was just going to kind of get bodied anyways. But I had a blast, dude. It was so fun.
Well, and then when you get your cards in the mail, you'll have it ready together for next time we do it, and hopefully we do it on maybe a Tuesday or something.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Well, I also went to this common charity format and I played Gren Maju. And I don't know if you know, but Gren Maju's not a terrible common charity deck because all the cards you want to play come in common. At least for the most part. I mean, you can play all the hand traps now. If you get your Blue Eye Structure decks, you get all of your common hand traps there. Obviously, all the banish cards come in common. So, like Gren Maju or Kismet Orochi, Eater of Millions, Pot of Desires came out in a structure deck. You can pretty much play everything. Uh, I went I was undefeated. I was the only undefeated going into the last round, and we played a round 4 just because we didn't know if they were going to win. They ended up losing their round 3, but then got up paired. And I played against, well, to beginning, I played 3 rounds of Lunalight. Uh, Pure Lunalight, not, yeah, pure Lunalight the first round. Just kind of did the thing enough, beat him with Gren Maju, couldn't out it. The second person had Predit Plant stuff in their deck, and my deck really doesn't lose to the Super Poly, so they were just kind of like searching their own fusion and then trying to make the Panther Dancer the one that can attack multiple times, and the one that actually does the damage. Yeah, just got rid of it super easy when they made it. My round 3 opponent just didn't. I don't even think they got to the fusions because if they did, I just fused it away. My hands were really good against that player. Just had Ash Blossom. I think every game I had at least one Ash to stop what they were doing, and it either like D barrier or the one I had macro, and macro's tough against, especially Lunalight, but pretty much the whole meta. So yeah. Then the last round I played against Crawler Melfi, and it's really cool. So he's playing a defensive deck where he like sets the crawlers and just kind of like waits for them to get blown up. And then the Melfi cards are pretty defensive if you want them to be. Yeah, and that was a pretty tough game because it was like I'm trying to be aggressive and burn through my deck, and he's like stalling, not like in the like time stalling sense, but in like he's just trying to like
build up resources.
Yeah, and it was just tough to like I couldn't break through. And Garura, I was playing Super Poly, and Garura does not come in common, and that would have been a really big help in that matchup where he's like trying to use the Melfi cards to like stop attacks. Just being able to Super Poly them away in modern formats is nice, but you really can't do that in common charity. So yeah, I mean, and that was it. Just pushed my way all the way to the finals and lose it in the last one, but the way she goes, I went 3-1 both alternate formats we played this week, so that's always tough.
Well, hey, if it makes you feel better, round 1 I actually played against your round 4.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me, he's like, hey man, I just came here to have a good time. I'm expecting to go 0-4 and smile about it. And then he ends up winning the entire thing.
He was, I mean, when you say Crawler Melfi, it's like you wouldn't expect that to be a deck that wins, but like it was tough, dude. Like I couldn't beat it. It was really good, and I just eat Lunalight, so getting put up against 3 of them kind of made it easy for me.
Yeah, I did so bad round 1 and 2, obviously losing to the guy that you played. And then round 2, I can't even remember what I played against because I just got swept in like, I don't know, 12, 15 minutes. I got the bye round 3, went and got some food, and round 4 was my only true win, but it was such a great time though. Still, I had so much fun.
Yeah, and once you get your cards, it'll be a lot better.
Oh yeah, I mean, and for Samurai maybe not, but I'm still gonna have a blast.
Oh well, I mean, I don't know. They could print more common cards to make it better. Who knows what they're gonna do?
Yeah, hopefully, but we'll see. But let's talk about advanced though. Like,
yeah, let me start for advanced. What's up, Brittany? She says hi. So moving on to advanced, I wasn't really sure if I was gonna go. So I kind of last minute, it was like 4 o'clock, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go. Uh, had to go home, get my stuff, and then I was like messaging the group that has the judge in it. I'm like, hey, sign me up. I'm gonna be late. I ended up being like, I don't know, probably like I think 2 minutes had passed by the time I actually got to the room. Uh, Found my opponent. My opponent's playing ABC, and I pull out my common Charity Grand Maju deck. I did not change any cards. I didn't put anything in. I just like, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna go, so I didn't like make any changes. Didn't really do anything. It was what was in my deck box. I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna play it. So it turns out Macrocosmos really good against ABC, especially when they can't out it. So I win game one by just sheer willpower of Bishills and, well, specifically Baldrake and DD Crow and having Ash Blossom. And yeah, just win game one. Game two, he makes me go first, and I have macro and he can't out it. So end up winning that one. But from there, I played, who was my round two?
I think they were playing White Forces Amina.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's right. They were. So I played Bader round two. I lost to Bader. So, you know, little spoiler for Bader winning round one last round. I mean, unless you got up paired, but yeah. So, yeah, played Bader, lost. I won't say horribly because my hands weren't bad, but White Force is just a good deck. So, moving on to my round three. Who did I play now? Round three, I played. Man. Man, I played round four, but who did I play round three? Man, I'm pulling a beta right now. Yeah, I can't remember who I played round three. It's gonna. Oh no, I played it. I know who I played. Okay, it came back to me. They were playing Live Twins. So they were playing Live Twin Runic. Deck's cool. Making the link to the streamers, like that's cool. And then they are making ABQ. That deck really cool because that monster is sick.
Yeah, she's a really cool card. I want to play a copy of it. I just need to pick one up.
Yeah, they were talking about how like making like ABQ and SP are really good because you can kind of like use them to like dodge, and they're just kind of like big dudes, and if you kind of let them float around, they can just, you know, get you free advantage. And then obviously you're playing runic stuff, and yeah, this seems pretty good. And game one they win off of value, and then game two they mill me just because like I'm banishing all my cards, and I was kind of like, there was like 10 yeah, there was about 10 cards left in my deck, and I look at my banish pile just because I'm like, I want to know. I see all three Grins banished, so I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to activate this Orochi, and I'm going to lose the game, but I'm just going to, you know, we're going to turn this up because I'd already lost game one, so I'm like, there's nothing I can do except summon this monster. I'm not going to waste my time. Yeah, just obviously end me out. So my round three, played Yubel. Turns out Yubel's really good still. Their game one, I win the dice roll, make them go first, and they're already like, oh, don't make me play Tempai. They set up, gosh, wasn't crazy. I think it was just like a Yubel monster. But they just kind of break through the board. But I'm trying to think how he ends up getting me game one. I cannot remember.
Was it Fiendsmith stuff attacking you and whatnot, or
No, not even. Like, I don't think he even got to it.
just making link dudes?
Yeah. But game two, I have There Can Be Only One. So I don't think I got macro, but I had There Can Be Only One. And that's pretty good against a deck of all fiends. And he plays to a point where he can make the Phantom of Yubel, the fusion monster, and you just like shuffle cards back from his graveyard. And he has Nightmare Pain. But I have Ghost Ogre in my hand, and I'm like just waiting for him to actually use it. And like he says opening of the spirit gate, and he clearly says opening of the spirit gate, and I just like threw Ghost Ogre in the graveyard, and I'm like, Ghost Ogre, and I'm like, he's like, so wait, then I realized he didn't say Nightmare Pain, and it's already way too late, and I'm like, all right, fine, whatever, I'm not gonna take this back, but just know this was gonna be golden. And then he didn't activate Nightmare Pain anyway, so he crashed his Phantom of Yubel into my Grand Maju. I took 4K. I drew a card for turn. It wasn't a card that outed either the Nightmare Pain or the Phantom of Yubel, so I lose. And that was my advanced format experience this week, going 3-1 twice in a row to going 1-3. Twice with the same deck, might I add. So how was your advanced format experience?
Well, first I'm gonna say I'm giving you props for showing up and playing your literal common charity deck. Anyways, that's funny, and at least you got a win. That's guaranteed better than what I would have gotten.
Honestly, the win was like, I mean, yes, I won, but like it didn't even feel it was just one card. Macro just kind of won me a game so straight up by itself.
Well, still good enough.
It was funny. It was funny.
For me, I actually also played the Yubel player round 1.
Oh, okay.
I was like, it's locals. You start to know what everyone's playing. I knew that they were going to be on Yubel, so I summoned all my stuff in defense position. But I had like, I don't know, an insane amount of point of interactions because throughout my combo, he didn't draw a hand trap, so I was just balls to the wall. I had Diabell set up. I had the trap that's not that is targeting bounces equal to how many guys I have in the graveyard or field that are Fiend Illusions and Spellcaster extra guys. I had the quick play that I'm playing. It's tribute a synchro monster, target a card on the field, negate it. Then if you tributed a white forest synchro, you can special any illusion back. So if you tribute Diabell, you can just special summon her right back, which is insane. I had the Zamina set up. He went normal summon. What is it? Samsara D Lotus. I said Valor. He's like, understood. Have a good day. We go to game 2. He sets up like the basic Ubel board, but I Perulia him twice, so I get 3 draws off of it because I Perulia drew a card. It was another Perulia, just Perulia again. Then he summoned one more guy. Pass on like DDD High Wave King Caesar, Phantom of Ubel, Rage, and then the continuous spell. I draw for turn. I look at my hand. I'm like, okay, this is an interesting hand. In the draw phase, I say wanted. He says Ash. I'm like, okay. Main phase 1. Activate thrust. He's like, okay. I search evenly match. He's like, oh, okay. I evenly him. He keeps the High Wave King Caesar. I go main 2, imperm, and then I full White Forest combo him into Oblivion. So that was pretty fun. Game 2 was, or round 2, excuse me, was a bit more of a struggle than that. Game 1 was fortunate for me. I won the die roll against Common Charity, and I just set up my board, and it's pretty hard to break. Game 2, though, you went first, and you flipped over Macrocosmos. I look at my entire hand of send a spell or trap from your hand or field to the graveyard as cost. Do action. I'm like, set a guy pass or something. I don't even remember. But it was like 4 turns or something of us just passing to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I drew Lightning Storm. I'm like, oh, spell traps. And then I was able to White Forest combo, obviously.
Yep.
Round 3 was against Plants. Plants keep popping up at locals. I don't remember what it was. I went first. Or no, I went second. I lost the die roll. And I Ash Blossomed, I think, an unexpected die. And they went pass. So the hand must have been abysmal. Game 2, going second again. I have Dark Ruler no more, so I I have no other hand traps, so I'm just like pop off. I draw for turn. I say, all right, stand by main, Dark Ruler. They're like, yep. And I full white force combo, clear the field. Obviously, I can't kill, but it's just unbreakable at that point. All the resources gone into this field, can't really do much. Round 4, who did I play? I played Blue Eyes, and this is the funniest thing. I lost the die roll again. They went first. I had no points of interaction, so set up the whole Blue Eyes board. For some reason, though, they never like used Spirit Dragon during my turn to tribute to some of the new Synchro monster that's an Omni Negate. I was like, okay, I mean, I'll take it. I normal summon a Sylvie. He imperms it, I think, or effect veilers it. Yeah, he effect veilered it because he searched it with Sage. I'm like, okay, I'll summon Elzette, or I'll activate Elzette to summon herself and search for someone else. I'll synchro them into the Silvera to try to flip everything face down. He ogres it and then chains imperm, and I'm looking at my hand. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And I'm like, okay, end of main phase, like trying to make him think that I'm just going straight to end phase.
Yeah.
I say battle phase, and this is game 1. He's like, oh, okay. I said end of battle phase. I drop evenly because I was main decking evenly, and he's like, oh, okay, and he chains the blue eyes trap that destroys cards on my field equals the number of blue eyes, not comprehending that on the point of resolution, I'll have 0 cards.
You know, we had a moment in our game where I had Dino Wrestler Pankratops and you even lead me, and I'm like, I could do something really funny right now. And I didn't do it. He did it.
It would have, yeah, he did it for me, and I was like, all right, main phase 2, I'll summon the Azamina Elzette, I'll summon Rushia, and I just continue to White Forest combo. So I won that game pretty decisively after that brutal evenly matched.
Ooh. Pretty good.
Game 2, I think I opened up just like an Effect Veiler or an Ash Blossom. Or no, I think I opened both of them. But he didn't get his search off of the Link 1. He didn't get to search off of Sage, so it might have been Imperm, I'm not sure. So he ended on Seal's Pass. I was like, all right, draw for turn, normal Sylvie, effect to search for the spell. He said, on resolution, on the Seals tribute, I said, okay, chain call by. That was game. So since there was 2 undefeateds at the end of round 4, I had to go into a round 5 with, at this point, he's just my rival. It feels like we've been in the finals like this minimum 5 times. They were on branded, but it wasn't branded Despia. It was like a branded and synchro version. It was really cool. I like decks like that. They win the die roll. They go first. Their opening is like kind of subpar, if I remember, because I just easily broke through it with obviously I'm playing board breakers like Dark Ruler and Evenly, but I think I just Dark Rulered and then destroyed his whole field with White Forest synchros attacking over everything, cutting him off of resources during the end phase with a Called by the Graves that I again drew for his Albion, not the Sanctifier. Game 2, it could have been a 2-0, I think, in my opinion. I forgot to activate Deceptions of the Sinful Spoil during the end phase to set itself. I had a loop of Elzette of the White Forest coming back to my hand every turn. So I missed out on that. We went to game 3. It was very grindy back and forth. I was just able to out-resource him a little better. And he conceded. He said, as always, a good game. And I'm like, they're always good with you, man. They're always rough, though. They're had me sweating. So I was able to go 5-0, winning 2 die rolls and only dropping 1 game.
Woo! Our new champion for the month. It's Bader. What up, dude?
Woo! White Forest.
That's what's up. That's awesome. Well, congratulations to being the champion. You know, the whole month of Table 1 privileges is always nice. I've only had that one time, so that's very cool.
I got to be honest. I think it was the birthday month buff.
Hey, if it's your birthday month, that makes a lot of sense. I think Chris got it on his birthday too at one point, and he was like, that was his reasoning too.
The buff.
Well, we're gonna use that energy, and we're gonna move on because that was all of the locals that we've played for the week. But now it's time to get excited about some new cards, and we're gonna move on to the other screen. Swoop. All right, and now we're all right. So now we're going to look at some Stampede cards because a lot of that's getting announced today because people are opening the packs. So I've got I've got the list up. So I'm going to kind of like scroll through, name out some cards, and then we talk about some of the cards we're excited about. So first thing I'm seeing, like straight up the first card that they're showing on the thing is Brilliant Fusion, which is currently a banned card, as well as Royal Oppression. So they're either supporting older formats. I mean, especially with Royal Oppression, they're just kind of like supporting older formats because that's like an Edison card. So that's cool. Or they're hinting at maybe unbanning cards, which I don't think they are, but they could be. They could be. They
I
could.
will inform you now. They will not unban Royal Oppression. That card
Oh, Royal
will never,
Oppression. No, that card's. That card will never come back.
that card too good.
Mm,
Brilliant Fusion, on the other hand, I think that'd be kind of fun.
yeah,
Scary, but
yeah. It depends on what they want to do, but that's always an option they have. So that two of the cards that I was seeing that are kind of like, hey, that's interesting. A card that, I mean, I'm going to say right now I'm very excited to see is Gren Maju. That's kind of up here on the list. Very cool to see that, and that's getting like the whole run of different rarities. This is its first non. I mean, I guess it has a super, but this is the first time it's been printed above a super, so that's cool. And it's getting printed in all of the rarities, so love that.
so real quick question for you: what rarity are you going to play in your deck?
Collector's rare.
Collector rare. All right,
Not even a question. I hate QCRs. I think
that's fair.
I think they look like speed duel cards, so I am like not about it. I don't like the stamp on them.
I can understand that.
But other cards that are cool from from this box, we see a Fiendsmith Engraver. So getting a reprint of that card.
A very much so needed. Like the price of that card has gone down drastically since it came out, and then even more so when it was announced to be in this set. I remember selling mine off to Chris for about $80 a piece, I think. And then right now they're 17. So I
And
kind of feel bad.
hey, I mean, he's got a plot to play out of it, so
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's won the belt last month playing this, so not like he's not gotten good use out of it too.
Yeah.
Just going over some of the other things. Fallen of Albaz, I think, wasn't it in another one of these rarity collection sets? So why is it in this one?
I think it's the alternate art is in this one only. I could be wrong though.
That would make sense because that it just shows the original art. But if it's alternate art, sure, why not? Go crazy.
Yeah.
Max C is one of the cards I see on here from obviously for previous formats because I don't think they're unbanning it, but that'd be a funny haha, especially with other cards that we have now, which might be on this list. I haven't seen on this list, but it'll probably be on here somewhere. Not Dino Wrestler, sorry, Miscellaneousaurus. Saw dinosaur and my brain went Dino Wrestler. But yeah, Miscellaneousaurus. That's getting for its first foil printing because I don't even think it had a super.
Is it not? Huh. Oh no, it does have a foil printing.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I don't. It doesn't even have like a. It just has the gold foil like border. It's not even like it's an actual foil card.
I don't even remember the maximum gold, maximum Garbaggio.
Yeah, I genuinely don't think it actually had a foil print. I thought it was just the gold like border, but not the actual foil card.
Yeah, it's a long time coming for this, but keep
Yeah,
that card out one.
yeah, it's fine at one. Moving on, Sky Striker Ray. More Sky Striker cards, and Sky Striker's probably about to see more play. Being
I
the yummy cards are coming out.
I think this Ray has the alternate art in this set as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's only the original art in here
because I think
or
it.
only.
Yeah, because I think it was in one of the other rarity collections as well, kind of like Fallen of Albaz.
Yeah,
Seeing some Vanquish Soul cards. That deck never really got its time to shine, and it's an okay deck. It definitely does things, but cool to see rarities, or like more rarities at least. Um, Seen some of the fusions, ABC Buster Dragon, because they just got some of the new cards, like the X Head and the XYZ cards. We got a little
and
bit of a retrain, so obviously
yeah,
seeing Buster reprint is cool, and getting the recognition it deserves, because obviously it's been a good card for a long time.
Dragon Master Knight Magia, whatever its name, that is a crazy reprint.
Yeah, so it was like $900 before this and only had one printing. So this seeing a reprint's pretty good. So glad to see this.
Can't wait to see some Blue Eyes player drop a super rare one on me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. It's kind of like the prize card back in the day, like the one you needed for the Dragon Link deck and toss.
I'm trying to think of what it was.
The
I know what you're talking about, though. Yeah.
the Armageddon Dragon.
Yep, that guy.
Yeah. We got El Shaddai Winda and Construct. That's cool. Fiendsmith Desiree. The Dark Magicians. I think that card is actually like fairly expensive if I remember right. And maybe it's seen another reprint, but I remember that card being a fairly expensive for what
Yeah,
how many for the people that actually play Dark Magicians, like it's fairly expensive.
yeah. Uh, the access code talker. If people remember a while ago, the meme of the alternate art. Uh, that this is officially getting an alternate art. So that's what that is in this set.
Getting an access code talker reprint. Yeah, because I think again this was in another one of the older rarity collections. So I mean, alt arts are cool.
Yeah, and I personally am also excited about that Lina getting a QCR. Like I know it has a Starlight, but I don't particularly want to pay for the Starlight.
Yeah, Starlights are kind of out there in their own realm.
Yeah, especially for the Charmers.
I don't want to actually look at it. But seeing we getting more Blue Eyes and Dark Magician reprints, I'm not sure what arts they are, but more prints of that. Love it. Love to see it. Delinquent Duo band card getting a reprint here in this set. This is your GOAT card right here. The GOAT card. Probably the only place you can play it.
It's coming back.
Yeah. For I mean, much needed reprint, because like the last time it was reprinted was like the LKCK or whatever it is, the Kaiba boxes, which I actually think I have. Oh, I don't. You can't see them. It was like I actually have some of the boxes up here because those like some of the first things that I bought in the game.
Yeah, and those were really good reprint sets back in the day too.
Yeah, because it had cards like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, which is reprinted in the set again. Loved.
Only the alternate art though.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
But good to see it's getting reprinted, because that card always creeps up if it doesn't get reprinted. So it's good to see it. It's kind of like the staple of all staples. So those kind of some of the like just kind of highlights. I mean, there are other, obviously, if you're taking a look on YouTube, there's a whole bunch of cards here, and this is, oh gosh, yeah, there's more rarities. I didn't realize the ones that they've been like maybe spoiled as. There was a card in here that I haven't seen yet, but now I want to see if I can find. Is the Wallace card in this set?
Mulcharmy Fuolos, yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
I can't seem to find it on this list, but yes, we're getting a Mulcharmy card. So that was the card I was joking about with the Max C. This is kind of the Max C light card getting a reprint, which is really good because it's not been out too terribly long, but it's definitely shown that it's a good card and definitely a staple card. So it's good to see it getting more prints and getting in more
Oh,
hands.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm just kind of scrolling through the list and I'm not seeing it. So that's card's definitely out there. It's definitely been spoiled, but it's not on the list that Yu-Gi-Oh Pro deck happens to have. So that's some of the cards. So Bader, what are some of the cards that you're fully excited or that have been in this set that you are excited for?
Well, engravers for sure, a big one. I've picked up and sold off or traded off that an engraver or a full Fiendsmith set multiple times. But the number one thing I'm actually excited for is Incredible Ecclesia the Virtuous alternate art and Diabellstar the Black Witch alternate art.
Oh,
They look so clean.
yeah, both of those I don't think were on this list, but yes, both still in the set. That's awesome.
Dude, they look so good. The Blazing
Oh,
Cartesia the Virtuous also looks pretty good. It has the alternate art. But uh, Sword Soul, man, Sword Soul, and then Black Witch for White Forest. They just look so good.
yeah.
Uh, Another card is where is it at? Shien Dojo for 6 Samurai card.
Oh, I didn't see that one. That must be somewhere on the list, but yeah, that getting a reprint's actually really funny.
Yeah, I'm hoping it comes in the main set where it's like one of each rarity, like super through Quarter Century Secret. I'm obviously going to pick up a set of Quarter Century Secret, but uh, it's just more 6 Samurai stuff in my collection binder, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's cool.
But I was kind of not disappointed per se, but kind of hopeful for some Gladiator Beast reprints. Like they were reprinted in this last set that Ryziel came in, but I would have liked to see some quarter century like Gyzaris and quarter century Heraclinos. I think that'd be kind of cool for any of the Edison or even prior to Edison, I think. Or maybe it was Edison to Hat format.
Uh,
Gladiators were pretty big.
yeah, it's kind of a miss like because like do we really need this utopic onomatopoeia card? I don't know if I've ever seen anybody summon this. I have 3 of this card. I've never summoned it though.
Yeah, and like there's a couple other cards in here that are kind of just like why like High Five the Sky is a card that's in here. I could not tell you what this card does, but it's in here.
We got to have bulk, I guess. We got to have bulk.
Yeah, not everything can be a banger, but for the most part, this set is pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, cards I'm excited for, obviously Grand Maju. I am excited for Fiendsmith Engraver because like that card's really good. The engine's good. I don't expect it to last long after this set because once everybody has it, usually they do something to it. But I think I might still end up playing the Fiendsmith stuff after it because it is like because I'm playing Grand Maju, so I'll find a way to like work it in. Because my deck's not doing anything else really. I get to play Pot of Desires. Sometimes I just normal summon a Beat Stick, so kind of cool. Another card I'm really excited for is we kind of went over Delinquent Duo. That card, I just like this card, so getting it in CR, I'm really excited about. Yeah, and I won't say that's the whole list because obviously their cards not on here. That
Yeah,
I'm excited for Danger Tsushinoko. Love this guy. He's I mean, I don't know if the rest of the dangers are in this set, but definitely Snake and Jackalope. Big fans. Love the level 3s. Uh last card I think I'm gonna say is I mean, okay, I got 2 cards. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Oh yeah, give that guy definitely one of the best boss monsters in the game. Give that guy some get some love. And Mystic Piper. Boom.
Mystic Viper is pretty cool.
I have secrets, and I mean, I took a loss on this card coming out, but this card's good. I love it. Revealing a level 1, drawing another card if you do. That's cool.
There was a little further down on the list. There's a great synchro monster
Oh,
that I know we're gonna have to get a bunch of for Phil.
oh this guy right here.
Goaty of the Deep Beyond.
You know where to put your bulk. Give it to him.
Dude, that man's gotten so many goatee cards from me.
Oh, hey, look, it's Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon.
I believe that also is actually having an alternate art.
That's crazy. Well, if you ever want to try to get me to ritual summon, now's your chance, because this is probably one of the only ritual monsters that exist that I'll summon.
Right next to Drytron, bro.
Nope.
It's got the Drytron ritual. You can play Drytron and Blue Eyes.
There you go. But I think this is where we're going to wrap it up, because we could be sitting here talking about cards that are in the set and that we can see and not in the set that we can't see. But so be on the lookout for Stampede. Check, wherever that you get spoilers, because they're out there, so you can find them. And then pick the set up, because shiny cards are always good. This is a set of shiny cards. So, Bader, do you have any parting words before we end the stream?
Oh, aside from, I wish there was a couple more samurai cards. This set seems great. Locals has been great, and I'm excited to come back next week to talk about me going from 5-0 to 0-4.
Oh, so this is maybe the note that you're saying you're gonna play a bad deck next week?
There's a very high chance, yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, on that, I'm gonna say thank you so much for listening, and especially if you've made it this far in the YouTube video, that's crazy. Like, thank you so much. Like, just listening to me and Beta ramble about stupid Yu-Gi-Oh card, like pieces of cardboard, really. Like, that's awesome. I love it. Thank you so much. So if you want to support me and Bader, subscribe to me on YouTube, Bader on YouTube. Links are down below. Subscribe to me on Twitch, because that's where we do this thing originally. That's going to be on Thursday nights. We start at 7. And if you can't catch us then, watch us on Friday, the next day, that Friday after we upload. I upload at noon. So you support us anywhere. Bader has a Twitch, but I'm not going to plug it because he doesn't stream, he says. So support us, sub to us, and obviously, like, subscribe, do all that cool stuff. I love it. It helps tremendously. And beyond that, support your local game store, because it's where you play games and you meet new cool people, and if you're lucky, you might just see us there. So bye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, wrong button. Boom. That button.
Buttons.
Yeah.
Can't wait to be back next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Talk about all the fun things.